I don't know how to start. Let's just start with something. Everything I want to tell and show you is laying around, so I just have to pick something. Okay, let's start with socks. You already know the socks I'm making from my from one of my former videos. And now they're going to be sent away, and I'm sending them to the other end of the world. I'm sending them to New Zealand. A friend of mine is living there for a few years. I hope just for a few years, because I really hope they are coming back. And she told me that even in New Zealand, when it's summer here, it's winter there, she suffers from cold feet. And in Germany we know this sickness pretty well, cold feet. So I thought I could help her, and I knitted the socks for her, and now I'm sending them within the next days to New Zealand. Honestly, I really don't know how to send a letter to New Zealand, how much I would have to pay and how many stamps I would have to buy, but I hope I'll figure that out. I wanted to start with an introduction. Guys, if you're new, welcome. I'm happy you're here. I'm Julian, I knit a lot of stuff, I'm a Star Wars nerd. And I show what I'm doing, and I'm planning a lot of stuff, and hopefully I will be releasing some tutorials later on. So please subscribe and feel free to watch the video, leave a comment. I'll be very happy about that. For everyone who already knows me, welcome back. I'm so glad you're back and that you're still watching, and I hope I have some interesting stuff for you. I don't have to show you something pretty new today or something I just finished, because I'm working on some projects right now, and I'm pretty close to finish them all. I tend to work on several projects at the same time, which is not that good for finishing stuff fast, but that's how it works for me, because in the end, if I can, it's faster for me if I can switch between projects, and if I don't like one project, I work on the other, and the other way around, and that helps me really. So I show you some of it. I'm knitting a little hat for my little buddy. It's in the colors of my football club. But honestly, I really hope he'll be a fan too. Please. And I made him one already when he was even smaller, and now it's not fitting anymore. And this one is even a bit better for summer, because the yarn is not too thick, and it's not that tight, and I'll just have to finish it. But finishing, honestly, sometimes is the hardest part. I really enjoy knitting it, and then it's done, and then closing, sewing, whatever, weaving the ends, whatever I have to do, I really don't like it. And then I'm happy that I got so far, and then I put it somewhere, and then I forget it, or it looks at me, but I just don't want to. You hear me? I don't want to, but I'll have to, because I might need the needles. Yes, but I think what do women always say when they don't like the dress? They tend to say, I pimp my dress up with shoes or something. With a former girlfriend, I had to watch pretty much Sex and the City. It wasn't that bad, honestly. And so I still remember this phrase. And no, of course I won't pimp it up with shoes, but I'm thinking about adding some buttons, or maybe a logo. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll add the letters with duplicate stitch. I'll think about it. And I'm making a matching sweater as well. It's a technique. It's a raglan sweater, and the style is a Norwegian sweater. So I'm using Fair Isle in the round to get a pattern which really represents our football club. So a pretty tiny hat. I finally finished reading a book I started, and I know most of you really don't know what this is about. Of course, most of you should know Star Wars, but you won't read the books. But that's not I don't want to talk about Star Wars, but I want to talk about the whole thing. Is this is a trilogy, and the first one really wasn't that great. And then I said, okay, I'll try to read the second one, and it just blew me away. I read it in like 3 weeks, and for me, that's really fast because I don't have so much time, and when I try to relax, I usually knit. This is really fast for me, and I totally enjoyed it. And the best thing is when you read a book, and the next one is already in your bookcase in your bookstore. No, what's the word? It's lying next to my bed. So I just have to pick it up and read the next one, and that's pretty great. So I'm very happy about it. What do you read, by the way? So do you read? What do you read? Leave a comment. Tell me what you're reading right now. I'm always looking for new stuff because I really tend to just read Star Wars books. And when I read 3 of them in a row, for example, then I really get bored. And then I force myself to read something I wouldn't read. So for example, I tell my wife, to my birthday or to Christmas, just give me a book and don't think about what you think I might like or what I usually read. Just buy something, and then I'll try something new. And sometimes it works pretty well, and sometimes it doesn't. But I'll have to find something new. But I have too many books left. I have to read Dune, this old science fiction book. I want to read It from Stephen King. The movie is coming out in the spring, I think. If you haven't watched the trailer, please do so. It's pretty great. Yes, I can't wait for the movie, and I always want to read a Stephen King book. I haven't done this so far. But that one I will have to buy, and I have 2 Star Wars books already here. I think 2 are coming within the next month. And what's the call? Tolstoy, War and Peace. Did I translate that right? And it's this big, like 2,500 pages in this tiny letters. I wanted to read it, and I have this book for 3 years, I think. I bought it out of a mood, and it's standing there and looking at me. Read me. You bought me, now read me, you stupid. But I started, and one day I will read it, but so far I couldn't. It's not that easy reading. Okay, enough books. So please tell me what you're reading right now, and even leave a recommendation what you think I should read. I think there will be a lot of shame knitting within the next weeks. In one of my last videos, I've been talking about a yarn haul, and I shouldn't have bought the yarn I bought at this day because I already have enough yarn. And now there's even more. We went to my favorite yarn store, my favorite yarn dealer, which is a pretty tiny store, and Heidi, the woman who owns the store, is just doing this as a hobby. So she's not open that long, only until 6 o'clock, I think. And as I'm usually working until 7, I have no chance to go there. So I just can go there the weekend or when I have some free days. And as I had some free days the last week, of course we went there. And my wife always needs something knitted. And yeah, we went there, and I bought more yarn, which is pretty stupid because we are planning a Denmark vacation this year. And usually I buy too much yarn there. So I have enough yarn. I bought too much yarn 1 or 2 weeks ago. I bought even more yarn not yesterday, 2 days ago. And I will buy even more I'll buy so much yarn, especially sock yarn, within the next month. So I have enough for the next half a year. But I'll buy more because we are all addicted, and you know that. So, what did I buy? I bought sock yarn. It's the first time I saw this sock yarn in her store, and even I think in Germany so far. It's from Scandinavia, from Norwegia, I think so. And I buy this usually in Denmark, and as you can see, the yarn is not thin. It's pretty cozy, and I really enjoy knitting it. It's nothing you could wear within shoes, but for just chilling at home, it's perfect. Do you smell yarn as well? When I go in the store, when I buy it, first thing I do is I really like the smell of yarn. I'm really addicted. So I bought 3 balls of yarn, 2 for making socks, and the third one will be for I'll have to knit a little bag. My wife got a new smartphone, and it's a tradition. Whenever she gets a new smartphone, I'll have to knit some kind of bag for protection. And I honestly don't know how I'll make it. We bought some white yarn, and this just seems to fit. Hopefully, it's supposed to look like a penguin, a mixture of a bag and a penguin. And she bought. Is it inside? Yes. I'll have to show you. There are some buttons, and one of it is actually a penguin head. It's a little ball. And yes, I don't know how, but I'll have to knit a little bag that looks like a penguin with arms and the white breast and the head. Thankfully I have already the head. So I'll share it when I finish it, but honestly at this moment I really don't know how I'll do it. So I'll have to do some research on Pinterest. Yes, I hope I'll find something. And some more buttons. Tiny bag, big finger. One is a sheep, and the other one, I think it's a zebra. I don't know what I'll have to do with them, but I'm sure she'll figure something out. So, and I bought some Knttng yarns, which I really enjoyed. It's called Carpe Diem. And it's a bit of alpaca, 30%. It's again, I'm smelling. It's pretty and it's I don't know what I wanted to say. I think it's pretty soft. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, and it's a dark blue and a black, or more like a grayish black. And I wanted to make a hat which is more or less like a beanie, so not that tight, that I can wear. But I think at first I'll have to make the bag, then something else, and then I can start with the hat. And I have so much sock yarn, too much sock yarn, honestly. But winter is coming, and socks are always needed, I think so. So another yarn haul. So that's it for today. I don't have so much to share because I've tried to work on the tutorial I want to publish soon, hopefully. I didn't find so much time within the last days. I had a lot of work to do, which really sucks. I usually really like my job, if my colleagues are watching. And even if they weren't, I really like it. But when you work extra hours and then they come home, you don't sit down and start working on something and finishing, and yes, it's I'm pretty exhausted usually, and I just tend to watch something or knit a little bit. But yes, I really hope I'll get my tutorial done within the next days or weeks, hopefully. Then I can finally show you what it is. And thank you very much for the comments on my last video. Some of you really already guessed what the piece I wanted to show you. What the piece I showed you is. It's a piece for my Star Wars blanket for my little buddy. I'm not telling you right now if the comments were right or wrong. I think I linked the video. Where will the video be? I think here and in the description box. So recheck it and leave a guess what you think this is going to be. I already spoiled it, didn't I? I said it's going to be a piece for meh. Damn. Okay. I'm not telling you what it is, so I gave you a hint. I didn't want to, but obviously I did. So please watch the old video, leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check my blog, leave a comment. Please leave a comment. I'd really like to get in contact with you. Tell me what you're reading right now and tell me if you can recommend a book that I should read. And yes, I'm happy you're here, so please subscribe. Check my blog, Instagram, whatever you like to do. It's all in the description box. And see you soon, I hope. Yes, I think I'll finish a video for next week. Yay! So, cheers. It seems to be a little tradition, drinking something like alcohol-free beer and talk to you. So see you soon.